Hi everyone! Today we're going to be talking about the difference between anaerobic and aerobic exercise. You've probably heard these terms before, you just may not know their difference or what they do to your body, how they train your body differently. So we're going to first talk about aerobic exercise. So these are going to be low to moderate exercises. Usually you would think of them as your cardio or your endurance exercises. So running, biking, hiking, walking, swimming, anything that you maintain for a long period of time that gets your heart pumping, gets your blood flowing, gets you breathing a little bit heavy. Okay, so these are good exercises that we can do for a while. We just don't get too tired. And that's because we use oxygen. Okay, so aerobic is what it sounds like. It's air or oxygen that we use to perform these exercises. We know we need oxygen to function all kinds of processes in our body. Specifically with aerobic respiration, oxygen is used to help break down food molecules such as fatty acids, proteins, glucose, and use it to generate energy, or ATP, adenosine triphosphate, if you want to know the scientific term. So glucose is one of the most common. It's your carbohydrates, your sugars, your starches, anything like that. And it is broke down in a process called aerobic respiration and another further process called glycolysis. So this process involves a lot of chemical reactions that break down glucose, which is a 6-carbon chain, so into smaller carbons. So a chain of 3 is called a pyruvate, which is what we use primarily in energy synthesis. So during these chemical reactions, because you can't destroy any energy, there's energy released, and this energy released is in energized electrons. So these electrons then bind with other substances in our body and help create ATP. So ATP, because you need oxygen, it's made slowly because your body needs, can only get so much oxygen in so much time. So it's made slowly and at a steady rate, but that's what allows us to continue these exercises for extended periods of time. Because we need all of this oxygen, it is working our lungs, our heart to pump it up, and it is the primary system of benefit is going to be our cardiovascular system. And in fact, regular aerobic exercise greatly decreases the risk of cardiovascular disease. So if we know that aerobic exercise is with oxygen, we know that anaerobic exercise is going to be without oxygen. Now, despite what that sounds like, we still need oxygen to function. We still need oxygen to perform exercises. It's just, in this case, we don't have enough oxygen to maintain all of our organ functions, everything like that, and be able to synthesize energy for our muscles to complete these actions. So we have to use a process called anaerobic respiration. Okay, so exercises such as weightlifting, powerlifting, sprinting, high intensity interval training, which you might know as HIIT, all of these exercises they require another step. Okay, so aerobic respiration involves glycolysis. It's just like aerobic exercise, aerobic respiration, it involves glycolysis. But because there's no oxygen, we don't have that final step to be able to get to the energized electrons. So we use this process called fermentation, which results in lactic acid. Now, we used to think that this is what made our muscles sore, but actually lactic acid is used in the liver to convert back into pyruvates, which then can be synthesized to give us more energy. So because there's so much power generated, this creates a lot of power, but it's very taxing on our body. It has to go through a lot of different systems. It cannot be maintained for very long. But with all this power, we are able to really build our muscles. It gets enables us to lift more weight, do more intervals, all that kind of good stuff. There is some cardiovascular advantage, but primary reason for anaerobic exercise is to gain muscle. So I hope this brief explanation helped you understand anaerobic and aerobic exercise a little better. Thanks for watching.